as we approach the close of another year together and still find ourselves in the midst of the season of Christmastide, I wanted to share with you some thoughts that I've been having over the past couple of days. One of the things that has come to mind consistently is the idea of incarnation. Now, incarnation is God's presence taking on flesh in the Christ child and living in our world as the visible, tangible, active expression of the divine. Now, Jesus obviously didn't stay a baby, but he grew up. But he consistently and remained the visible, tangible, active expression of the divine, and then invited others to follow him. He invites us to follow him, to follow his example in our daily lives, and therefore become the visible, tangible, active expression of the divine in our lives and in our world. Jesus tells us to love God with all that we are and love our neighbors as ourselves. He also says, just as I have loved you, you are to love one another. As I thought about this, I couldn't help but think about the past year. And for a variety of reasons and in a variety of ways, this year has been unprecedented. Navigating concerns around COVID from a personal, a family, professional, and spiritual perspective has proven to be one of the more difficult and challenging things that I've ever faced. From a professional perspective, there have been moments of joy and celebration, but there have also been moments of difficulty and frustration and hurt. Some things have gone well, and there are some things that we've done a good job in the midst of this season of COVID, but there are also some things that I could have done differently. Things that I could have done differently to better serve you as a pastor and better care for you in the midst of these unusual times. And for those things, I apologize and I ask your forgiveness, and we'll try to do better moving forward. But throughout all of the ups and downs, twists and turns, and the learning curves, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for a lot of things. But one of the things I'm grateful for is incarnation. I'm grateful knowing that no matter what I've encountered, I've never been alone. That God has been with me no matter what I felt. Sometimes that sense of companionship revealed itself in a peaceful heart in the midst of chaos. But most of the time, that closeness of God was felt in the encouraging words, the notes, the messages, the emails from you all. Or it's been in the generosity of resources, the generosity of spirit that you have expressed in so many unique ways. And for all of these things, I honestly cannot say thank you enough. For all that you have given to me, to this church, to God's kingdom throughout this unprecedented, unusual year. Now, as we transition into a new year together, my hope is that no matter what we face as individuals or as a church and a culture, no matter what we face, we don't lose sight of God's faithful incarnate presence among us and with each of us. And we don't lose sight of the light of Christ that guides us into the will of God. Now, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everybody is staying safe and had a wonderful Christmas holiday. But if you need anything, please don't hesitate at all to let us know. And remember, we will be back worshiping in person together this Sunday at both 8:30 and 10:45, with the 8:30 service being broadcast live on Facebook and YouTube. I hope you have a great rest of the day, a happy new year, and God bless.